What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Tobi and I film videos about life in Canada, living in Canada and lifestyle in Canada. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing and thank you for watching my videos. Please don't forget to also smash the like button for me. Please, it helps my channel. Smash that like button for me, hit the subscribe button, share this video with your friends, family, everyone. So today's video is a continuation of a video I did last year. It was mistakes immigrants make when moving to Canada. That video was the first stage and mainly for people that are looking to move to Canada, so all that they need to know and the mistakes not to make. Today's video is going to be mistakes newcomers make when they land in Canada. So if you're thinking of moving to Canada, if you're already here, whatever it says, this video would still be for you and would be useful for you. So the first thing I have on my list is thinking going to school will solve the problem of finding a job in your field. Number one thing everyone knows is that when you come to Canada as a new immigrant, you don't have the Canadian experience, you might not find a job in your field and all of that. We all know that, and sometimes people think that, oh, school will solve the problem. Okay, let me go to college. Now that I'm a PR, let me get student loans, go to college, or let me pay local tuition fee and just go and study something, so I'll have a Canadian school on my resume. But honestly speaking, that doesn't solve your problem, except your profession or your industry, something that you actually have to go to school for, or something that you have to like get Canadian education for. There are a few professions like that. If it's not that, then just know that school doesn't solve your problem, because a lot of people graduate from Canadian universities and still do not have jobs. And the thing about job market is that they want experience, so it's mainly experience over education. And one problem with new immigrants is, okay, they lack Canadian experience or they've not worked in Canada to get used to the Canadian system. So sometimes those survival jobs actually help you because you don't know who you will meet there. There's sometimes where you meet someone that actually has maybe a co-worker or had a co-worker, or their brother or their friend actually owns a company or works in a company that is related to your field. You just do not know who you meet there. So sometimes you should actually do those survival jobs first and see how it is. Use that to even get experience, use that to get Canadian reference, because sometimes you will actually meet people there that will be amazing. You meet managers, people that will help you, people that will tell you what to do, and just it will help you to assimilate. Don't just assume that you need to go to school when you come here. Do your research, confirm you actually need to go to school. You can take certificate courses. You don't need to actually spend that amount of money going back to school sometimes, except you want to change your career or something. But just don't always think that going to school is going to solve the problem. There are a few people that go to school for good reasons. They have their goals and all of that, which makes sense, or their profession needs them to go to school. But there are some that just go to school because it's like, okay, oh, I don't have Canadian experience, let me get Canadian educational experience or whatever, and it doesn't really solve the problem every single time. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is survival jobs. One mistake people make is getting stuck there. It is easy to get stuck there. Like even your first job, when people even get professional jobs and all of that, it is easy to get stuck there because, oh my goodness, the process of getting a job, writing resumes to fit the job description, changing your cover letter, applying to jobs, networking, all of that is a hectic process. Going through the first stage of interview, second, I understand it's a hectic process. So you have to make a plan, have a timeline, like, okay, I'll stay in this survival job for 1 year or 2 years maximum, or 1 year maximum, or 6 months or whatever. And even while at that survival job, I know you will need money to make ends meet, basically to pay your bills and all of that. So while doing that, just try and find time to do something part-time, maybe volunteer somewhere or volunteer in something that would maybe link you to your real job. There's a job that I got just from volunteering. You have to be strategic with these things and you have to think about it very well, make a plan, and just don't get stuck with survival jobs. Sometimes they might be like, okay, at least you're earning money, you're paying your bills, so what's the point of even looking for another job? But anyway, make a plan and just stick to your plan. Don't get stuck in survival jobs if that isn't your plan, or that wasn't your plan before you came. But there's some people that don't mind that. If you don't mind that, then it is okay. But if your plan before you came was not to work a survival job, don't get stuck there and don't lose hope. I know sometimes people lose hope. They're like, oh, but I've wasted like 2 years of my time or 1 year of my time working here. I don't have experience, things like that. There are ways that you can package everything together to make it good experience for you. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is not learning the financial system here. The financial system is totally different from every other country. Like for example, even Canada and the States, there are things that have they're the same concepts but have different names, and they have different requirements and rules. For example, 401k and RSP, just things like that. When you go to a new country, you need to understand the financial system, and that is one mistake a lot of immigrants make. I'm going to make a video on mistakes immigrants make, or money mistakes in Canada basically, so watch out for that video. It's going to be extremely useful for you. Understand the financial system here. It is really different. It can be complicated for some people, so take that time to actually read and understand the financial system here. The next thing I want to talk about, this one may shake tables a little bit. It's not that bad, but one thing I see a lot of people doing here, or newcomers, is just jumping on the bandwagon of going into a particular profession because that profession is seem like, I don't know how to explain it, but even when I was younger, anytime I traveled, like it was just something that I knew that okay, a lot of immigrants, women go into that profession. You probably know what I'm talking about. Let me just say nursing. It is not a bad profession at all. It is a good thing, but don't just do it because that is what you see. Do it if you have the passion for it, if that was your plan or goal, but you don't have to always do nursing. There are a lot of people that maybe in Nigeria they were doing something else, maybe accounting for example, they were working in the bank or something like that, but when they're coming here they're thinking, oh, I have to do nursing, that's the only way I can get a job quickly, that's the only way I can get a job easily. That's what I see a lot of people doing, things like that. You just limit yourself to one profession, and I don't think that's really good, except you have that passion. I have a lot of friends that are nurses, they have that passion. There's some of them, or a few of them, that are just doing nursing because they want to go into med school. In Canada you have to do a science related course before you can go into med school, all of that, and some now fall in love with nursing in that way and all of that. But if it's not your passion, don't do it. There are a lot of things to take into account. I was talking to someone on the train station one day, Nigerian, and we had this conversation about nursing and all of that. A Nigerian man per se, and his wife is a nurse, and we're just talking about this thing, and that's when it dawned on me that a lot of people make these mistakes. They're just things that you need to consider. Don't just do it because everybody's doing it, because you know someone got that job, or you know someone that got a job early just because they did that profession. Especially if you're moving with family. I have my nursing friends that do night shifts. Some of them do like work on Sundays, work on Saturdays. It's not so structured. It depends on where you work, definitely. But if you work in the hospital, which is one common place that hires, or one common place that everyone goes to, you would most likely have not a structured shift, I would say. I don't know how to put it, but if you're open to that, think about that also, because there's some people that, okay, come here, you have children, or maybe you're the only one coming, like the mother and her kids. They're just those things that you need to think about or consider also. Are you willing to work night shifts? Where will you put your children? Are you willing to work weekends, like Saturdays, Sundays? Where will you put your children? Just things about it. So I just feel like if you have the passion for it, yeah, do it, but just don't do it because everyone is doing it. I'm just talking about nursing because that's is what I see everywhere. That's what everybody knows. So it's not like I'm targeting nursing. It is a great profession. We actually need a lot of nurses, and it is honestly a good profession, helping people, which is amazing. Like, you would be fulfilled, you're with any money still, and you're basically helping people. So that's a good profession, but only don't do it because everybody's doing it. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is sticking with your community. So I understand when it comes to a new country, it's good to have your community. I would not advise you to actually have your community around, but some people only have their community. They don't even step out of their community. They don't make friends with other people. Canada is a multicultural society. They don't make friends with other people from other countries and all of that. That is a great mistake. You actually need to make friends with everyone, because you only know what your circle knows, and there are a lot of things, or there are a lot of information that you'll be missing out on just because you're sticking with your community. So learn from Canadians, learn from the locals. The advice they will give you, or the things they will even tell you, you won't even believe it, and a lot of people in your community will not know. It's that type of thing that you are learning as they are learning. So it's like in 10 years time, people will be like, we should have done this, we should have done that. But yeah, just socialize, try to go out of your way to make connections with other people and not just people in your community. The next thing I'm going to talk about is networking. This is still related to that, but you have to network in Canada, like whether you like it or not. You have to network. Go for networking events. There's Eventbrite. Go for networking events, meet people there, and make meaningful network. This is kind of like follow who know road. If you're not Nigerian, it's just follow the right people. Basically follow people that have the right information, not wrong information. Follow the people that would actually be able to help you and pick you up or guide you in the right direction. That brings me to my other mistake. The next mistake is thinking everything is competition or not helping people. There are a lot of Nigerians that will actually help you. Like, they see you're a Nigerian, they know that you're a Nigerian, they will help you even without knowing you one-on-one. But there's still like a few people that won't help you, or they'll just be like, I don't want to be associated with Nigerians, I don't want to have too many Nigerian friends, things like that. Or even just turn it into competition, basically, that this person came here 2012, me I came here 2010, so this person must not buy a house before me. I will tell this person the wrong information. Just things like that in general. I've heard of stories like that, at least 2 stories like that, of people hiding information, basically hiding information from their sisters, brothers. What I mean by sisters, brothers, like other Nigerians, basically, just so they can look like, they're the ones that went abroad and their life is better, the other person's life is suffering. I don't even know how to explain it, but basically help each other out, help everyone out. Like, when you're helping other people, if they now know something, they would in turn help you. They will climb that corporate ladder. Like, if you're in a company and you have another Nigerian, literally help the person. When the person goes up, they will pick you, they will be your sponsor. Do you get what I mean? Like, they will actually sit in rooms and fight for you and say, you must promote this person, or I refer this person for this position, or just say good things about you in general. So just try to help people around you, try to help your community. That's one thing I know about Indians a lot. They help each other and they look out for each other. So always look out for your other Nigerian friends. Actually, let me not just stick it to Nigerian. Always look out for people in your community, because I have a lot of subscribers that are not Nigerians, but just look out for people in your community and people that are immigrants too. For me personally, I'm always friends with immigrants at my workplace. I understand them, they understand me. I would never do anything to sabotage them, never, because I understand what it means to leave your country, come to another country and try and fight for yourself here. I've come to the end of this video. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll definitely have more coming. And yeah, if you haven't watched the other video on mistakes immigrants make, you definitely need to watch that video, because there are a lot of things that people, like mistakes that people make, and that video will help you not make those mistakes before you come here. So watch that video. Please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Please, I'm begging, smash that like button for me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have you subscribed? Hit the subscribe button for me. Don't forget to leave comments. Don't forget to share this video. I would really appreciate it. And thanks again for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high.